Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com. A quick news update for you guys how we can start seeing AI videos in Disney Plus. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So earlier this week, Disney released its latest quarterly results, and as per usual, they held an investors call where they were answering questions from a number of investors. One of the things that got brought up was about the use of AI. Now, we're really seeing AI just becoming this massive thing. It's all over social media. I know that you're full of fake AI videos and people are sharing stuff, and then you're looking and going, oh, that was just fake because that's a dog eating someone. It's a load of rubbish out there. And companies are getting really kind of hyped up over it. The stock market appears to be in some kind of bubble because all the companies are just feeding each other in terms of what they're doing, and there's just a general theme that AI is really taking over. There's a lot of pushback on the use of AI and being used, and especially within the creative community where people just don't like it. And Disney kind of went in this week and just kind of stomped into it, because during a investor call, Bob Iger was asked about AI, and he said that the other thing that we're really considering about AI is that it's going to give us the ability to provide users of Disney Plus with a much more engaged experience, including the ability for them to create user-generated content and to consume user-generated content, mostly short form, from others. So a lot going on. We're pleased at the progress that we've already made from a technology perspective. He also went on to talk about how they're going to be trying to use it within the company, and basically along the lines of trying to save money. That's what they want to do, to try and get rid of staff. Happening around the world, a whole host of different companies are looking at AI as a way of essentially getting rid of staff. Now, whether or not this is going to have an impact, AI is hitting a lot of industries. It's really hit like online websites and YouTube, etc. It's all hitting that. And this kind of news, for me, this is a kind of a double-edged sword. So on one side, I see why Disney is investing in this and looking at it, working out if it's usable, working out if it's viable, and keeping up with technology. There might be some aspects of AI which could become useful. I sometimes use Gemini because I might want to take some data and it can reformat it into HTML, which just speeds it up. So I use a little bit of that, but that's kind of about it, really. I haven't really found too much more use of it. And I'm not seeing all these like ChatGPT adverts where they're going, book this trip across America and it's going to give you the perfect day. Like, just do it yourself. What do you need? Well, anyway, I'm just an old man that doesn't really quite fully get the concept of this. But nevertheless, Disney are kind of investing in this. And I think they're looking at some of the videos and stuff that are being created and go, oh, wow, this is a lot cheaper than employing creatives. Why don't we get in on this? Now, I think this is a terrible point of view to be taking from the idea of their IP and their, where this is going to go, because we're just going to end up with a lot of AI slop section within Disney Plus, because that's what it kind of feels like. The quality is going to need to be there. Things are going to have to be checked, because you just can't let anyone upload stuff. Could you imagine what could be created with an AI bot? I mean, there's a lot of bad stuff out there on the internet already, and yeah, I generally think Disney's going to have to be really careful with this. It feels very reactive to what's going on in the industry, and almost feels a little bit like Disney trying to keep the tech bros and the investors all happy because we're talking about AI, because everything has to have AI. If you want a bag of oranges, it has to have some kind of AI thing in it to try and sell it. I'm not convinced actually audiences really want all this AI stuff. I think that's going to be a little bubble that's going to burst when people start realizing, A, there's no soul to it, there's no heart to it, and it's putting people out of jobs. And just generally, I think this is a really bad idea. I mean, I could get, if they're using it in some way to create something, but there's still someone making it and using the IP, and yeah, but even that, I mean, the kind of the abuse that a load of people get. I mean, I've attempted a few times to just create, sometimes I might create the odd little thumbnail for something that I just want to, I've been trying some different things out, because that's what this technology is for. Most of the time it comes out pretty bad. I end up realizing I waste more time on all these different prompts. I'm going to be playing around with a load of AI for this video. I was trying to create some videos. They all wanted me to sign up to stuff. I wasn't willing to give them all my data because I've got no idea who all these things are. And so yeah, you're might see some weird little videos and stuff in this one just to kind of show what I was able to create, and it was pretty bad. Now, as technology is getting better, I think obviously this is a thing moving forward, but there has been a big backlash to this. I did see one of the creators of the Owl House basically told Disney to F off, go pirate the show. There is a lot of negativity obviously within the creative side, and this seems to go against the entire sort of ethos of Disney and Disney animation. And yeah, I think Disney have really this is going to be a massive problem for them, because they are just kind of feeding into this whole kind of era, and I think the whole AI thing is just going to pop. AI probably will continue in some form. You know, it makes sense in some ways for, you know, if they're doing special effects and it can speed things up, but you've still got the human kind of doing bits and pieces on there. That might work. But creating shorts, I mean, we're going to have like Spider-Man and Elsa going off on an adventure. I mean, there's, you know, that I remember those kind of things already all over the YouTube. You know, we're going to have like random videos of Simpsons episodes with random characters popping up. Is it just going to, I don't know, it just feels like this is scraping the barrel, and I get why Disney are talking about it, but it does feel like they have this is totally going to blow up in their faces. This is not going to go down well. People don't want AI slop in a premium service that you're paying for. And I think that's where the worry is. Where is this going to end in 20 years time? Is there going to be no writers and no animation? It's all just going to be AI slop that's just being put together. Now the technology might get better, but the problem is with this AI stuff is it just takes what's already existed. It doesn't do anything new. There's no new stories, no new characters. I don't know, I'm just not convinced. The reason, again, why they're talking about shorts is every time I've seen this stuff all over the internet, they can't seem to make a video more than 8-10 seconds, and then the characters change and things change. It just looks awful, and social media is already full of all this AI slop videos, and yeah, I don't want it in Disney Plus, and I'm probably gonna you might not want it as well. You know, whether or not your kid wants to make an adventure of typing in stuff and I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like this feels like Disney Plus, but I'm sure this probably is going to be a few years away. It might even get thrown out if it doesn't work properly, but more importantly, if the audience doesn't want it, and the biggest thing here is if they did launch it and no one uses it, then they'll turn it off, because then it's costing them too much money. But if people use it and people are getting into it, and Disney have been looking at like maybe licensing out their IPs and stuff to AI companies, I don't know, it just all feels a bit messy. Not so keen on this idea, but yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think Disney Plus needs AI short videos that are being created by users? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below.